Feel good. Some asshole backer drops out on you with some stupid lame Christmas excuse. Fuck you. Fuck your mother. Now let's get into making some lineups, huh? Everybody in this fucking game is injured. I'm thinking we have to take the under. 20 captains. First of all, let's take in the fucking last night. The system sometimes works, and sometimes the system fucks you. If this game was a half hour long, I would have won all the goddamn money. Look at this shit. Look at this depressing crap. I ended up only taking 2 lineups, but of the 2 lineups, look at this one here. We had 2 lineups that were just scraping the top there, but I mean, we lost fucking 8,000th place. 7.9 points, you think, all right, no shot. However, by the second half, I was in like fucking 14th fucking place. And I said, don't spend the money, don't spend the money. But the only thing that was missing was Tyler Conklin. Then he started hitting Tyler Conklin. And then I thought at first, shit, if I had Xavier Gibson, I could have won. Obviously, Gibson outscored Brownlee. He was the better pick of these fucking 6 ones. But the fucking game wouldn't move in the second half. Flacco got his 300 yards, and then he just took the rest of the game off. They were better off just putting fucking PJ Walker in there. There was 3 fucking points. I think it was 6 points scored in the second half of this fucking game. I'm so glad I didn't fucking jump like an idiot and take the over in the second half and say, oh, this is going to keep being it. But look at this. All these fucking winners. 11 fucking grand was the split. Hey, you cunts. Look at this Look at this guy. How'd this fucking guy pull this off? Same lineup. Fuck it. I hate fucking light. Kenny, your boy was in the fucking finishing, was in the fucking final lineup here. Oh, fuck me. Who did I have? Let me do the head to head. Oh, I'm so fucking depressed. I had fucking Kenny, your boy. So Flacco, Ford. Where did I fuck up here? Brees Hall over fucking, both had Flacco, both had Ford, both had Njoku, both had Elijah Moore. They had Brees Hall. I had fucking the Browns D. And Kenny, your boy. He was in the winning lineup. I had him in lineups, just not this one. So the mistake here was running the Browns D instead of Hall. Fuck. Oh, fuck my fucking life. Let's see 7. How did 7 come closer? No. What was the other one? 13. 13. This was 4 to captain. Both had Hall. Flacco and Ford, I had them flipped. Still had Njoku, Jets D instead. Fuck me. Oh, god damn it. God fucking. Fuck! Fucking fantasy fucking football. And yet I sit here, again, making fucking lineups. This is a worse addiction than whores and fucking and cannabis. Of which I'm addicted to both. 3 fucking addictions in my life. Thank God I'm a successful writer. Well, I don't know about successful. Lucky, maybe? Lamar Jackson, Jalen Waddle, everybody's fucking injured. Everybody in this fucking game is injured. Why even play? Just blow the money on a different game. Things we do for $1,000. Not just supposed to bet the $1,000, but trying to learn how to build a fucking 20 lineup system that can take down any fucking tournament. Ugh! That's the best. Isaiah Likely again. Fuck me in that fucking game. He did nothing. He did nothing. But I guess we should thank God to be living in a world we could play fantasy football, huh? Does that sound like the most sappiest fucking thing anybody can say? Just be fortunate that you're being. No, fuck you. I want to win. That's my fucking 11 grand. Can't throw a fucking pass. He threw 90 fucking passes to Cedric Tillman. He didn't catch anything. I overthrew him or underthrew him. Just don't sit there and tell me there isn't a fucking deity fucking based goddamn conspiracy against letting me fucking win. That fucking Pride of Yorkshire cunt puts the same fucking lineup in 4 times. Something is rigged. Ugh. You ask yourself every day, why do this? Why do something that drives you so fucking crazy? Why not? What else is there? Fucking hang out in a bar? I can't stand bars. Go play fucking trivia night? Can't do it. Bores me. You wanna know what I would do? I would be back up here making fucking lineups. Wasting my goddamn money, wasting my time, probably lowering my lifespan with all the fucking. I probably am an addict to fucking cannabis and fucking whores because I hate fucking fantasy football so much. But I mean, like, once you do this, you can't go back to just watching the fucking games. The Hard Rock app is now gambling's now legal in Florida. I don't think you can use the sports book here, the DK sports book, but you can use the Hard Rock app. But I can't stand gambling. I've never liked gambling. Gambling to me, I fucking hate gambling. For some reason, I like doing this dumb shit. This fucking aggravating, no matter who the fuck you pick. Fucking 14th place going into that third quarter saying, all I need is a couple of fucking passes to Tyler Conklin. But little did I know that the Browns would stop playing in the second half. Nothing worse than those fucking teams who get that big lead. Oh, let's just go sit on it now. It's a 60 fucking minute game. If the game was a half hour, I'd be rich. But enough of my bitching, right? Tyreek Hill, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Waddle, Tua Tagliabue-Janova, Zay Flowers, Raheem Mostert. There are your top 6. With an $18,000 deficit and a whole shitload of Q tags. Let's get started, shall we? Tyreek Hill was limited practice participant Thursday. Hill's limited activity represented a step up from Wednesday, when he was listed as a non-participant on Miami's first Week 17 injury report. Though Hill sat out the Dolphins' Week 15 win over the Jets due to the ankle injury, he showed no ill effects in his return to the lineup this past Sunday, finishing the Dolphins' 22-20 win over the Cowboys with 9 catches for 99 yards on 14 targets. His lack of full participation so far in practice this week is likely just a case of maintenance, and Hill should be ready to serve as quarterback Tua Tagliabue-Janova's top target this weekend in Baltimore. Tua's on the board. Fucking guy. Fucking cunt. Fucking 4 lineups that fucking guy put in. 4 of the same fucking lineups. How the fuck does he do that? I can only imagine that maybe it was a last minute switch. Or something he fucking did. Like a fucking cold from swimming in the cold water. Can't fucking win today. Can't fucking win. Worst part, this is not even my worst year of fantasy fucking sports. That would be 3 years ago. Lamar Jackson completed 23 of 35 passes for 252 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions in Monday's win over the Niners. He added 7 rushes for 45 yards. Baltimore ran a pass-heavy offense by their standard as Jackson reached 30 pass attempts for only the 7th time this season, despite playing from ahead for nearly the entire game. He responded with an efficient performance in his 6th multiple passing touchdown effort of the campaign, which connected on from 6 and 9 yards away. While Jackson didn't need to use his rushing ability as given much of the game script, he still narrowly missed out on 300 total yards. Given Brock Purdy's struggles in the opposite end of the contest, Jackson may have become the MVP favorite with his performance. I still think it's Josh Allen. Jalen Waddle isn't expected to play Sunday against the Ravens. Waddle, who suffered a high ankle sprain last Sunday's win over the Cowboys, has yet to practice this week. Unless Waddle takes a dramatic step forward in his recovery over the next few days and is cleared to play this weekend, Cedric Wilson, Braxton Berrios, Chase Claypool, and Robbie Chosen should all see slight upticks in snaps behind number 1 wideout Tyreek Hill. So Hill is on the board. Cedric Wilson is on the board. Berrios on the board. Claypool, this fucking guy's still alive. And Robbie Chosen. All on the board. It's fucking aggravated. That fucking cunt used 4 lineups in one. Just unfucking believable. I want to know who the fuck they're blowing at DraftKings that's changing their fucking lineups at the last minute. They're probably changing their lineups mid game. Somebody at DraftKings has got the tech to change a lineup mid fucking game. That's all I can think of. That's all my bitterness talking. You know, you think it's rigged until you win, and then it's not rigged. I've won these fucking things before. Just not enough! I've won 3 showdowns, 4 showdowns. 3 of the big money ones, 15s, whatever. And I won that Cowboys Giants $3 play action showdown last year. In an airport, I watched that game. It was very animated. Double kicker fucking win. Graham Gano at the captain. Hasn't done dick since, but he won me money that day. 10 grand, I believe. The money's gone. I blew it. On drugs and whores. No bills were paid, nothing responsible was done, and no charities were replenished by me. It was all selfish. I give to animal charities, but not my winning money. The winning money gets blown on vice-related shit. Fucking don't want to hear about your boring story about what you did with your winnings. Did you fix the kitchen, you fucking cunt? Tua was listed as a limited participant in practice Thursday. Tagliabue has had his reps capped in both of the Dolphins' first 2 Week 17 practices while he manages a pair of injuries. But the coaching staff hasn't indicated that either health concern is anything that will threaten his status for Sunday's game in Baltimore. The quarterback hasn't shown any sign of being affected by the injury to the thumb on his throwing hand either, as Cameron Wolf of the NFL Network notes that Tagliabue looked good when tossing passes in the open portion of Thursday's session. If Tua is able to put in a full practice Friday, he'll avoid an injury designation heading into the weekend. Wait, they said Tua, didn't they? On Jalen Waddle's thing? Did I not write down Tua's name? No, they didn't say. They just said behind Tyreek Hill. There we go. All right. Can't screw up the system. It's working so fucking well. Zay Flowers isn't practicing Thursday. There's a shock. The Ravens haven't indicated that Flowers is in danger of sitting out Sunday's game against the Dolphins, but the rookie receiver's lack of activity in both of the team's first 2 Week 17 practices isn't the most encouraging sign for his health. Flowers would assuage some of the concern about his status for Sunday if he's able to get back on the field Friday in any capacity. He's coming off one of the stronger outings of the season, the Ravens' win over the Niners on Monday, when he hauled in 9 of 13 targets for 72 yards and a touchdown. And Raheem Mostert remains sidelined at practice Thursday. Mostert, who didn't practice in Wednesday's session, now has one more chance to practice ahead of Sunday's game against the Ravens. The running back is expected to be available this weekend, but unless Mostert practices fully Friday, there's a decent chance he ends up with a Week 17 injury designation. God, I hate football sometimes. You can't fucking plan a lineup. Everybody's injured. This has to be the worst season for injuries. Maybe I don't fucking know. It just feels like maybe it's a media thing, maybe it's a fucking fantasy coverage thing, but this has to be the worst year for injuries. And have franchise owners gotten onto the fact that you don't need to pay a quarterback $80 million fucking dollars a season? That you should put the money into the fucking offensive line so you're not paying a $40 million quarterback to sit on the fucking sidelines? It's all fucking backups. Every backup, their first game is great, so you all jump on him the next week, and he does shit. It's like this week, you know you got to overload on Jarrett Stidham, but he's played already, and he sucks. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows these fucking backup quarterbacks? Fuck them all. Jaron Hall's the fucking quarterback in the Packers. Ugh, God damn the NFL this year. I'm still bitter about the losing best ball. And I still get all my stupid email newsletters. Best ball playoffs this week. Fuck you all. If you're in the best ball playoffs, fuck you. I hate you. It's your fucking healthy team. Doesn't matter if you have great teams. Doesn't matter how great your teams are. If they're not healthy walking into the playoffs, what's the point? You had all those weeks for nothing. Nothing. It's garbage. Laquan Treadwell reverted to the practice. What is this? What was the Miami game? Miami played Dallas on Sunday. All right, so this is relevant. It would have to be 24th and after. Laquan Treadwell reverted to the Ravens practice squad Tuesday. Treadwell was activated to the active roster before Monday's win over the Niners. Failed to record any stats, playing 17 snaps on special teams. The wide receiver will now have to wait for his next shot to join the Ravens for a contest. We're looking for 24th and later. Tanakana. Fucking Kenny, your boy, was in that fucking winning lineup. I had him in a bunch of lineups, just not that one. Isn't that the way that always works? You want to applaud yourself for having the 6 card, but he wasn't in the right fucking lineup. It did me, and I had 4 or 6. Did me, it was Browns defense. They had Brees. I had Browns D and fucking Tyler Conklin. They had goddamn Brees Hall, Kenny, your boy. Just goddamn it. Just god fucking damn it. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we prolong this torture? Because it's a game. It's a video game. Look, I've smashed. If you do this, you've probably smashed a controller. I smashed a few. You can't smash the PlayStation controllers now. They're too expensive. But back in the day, I've broken many a Genesis controller. Remember we had this competition trying to beat Sonic the Hedgehog on one guy and just didn't work out. Charlie Collar. He could be another Kenny, your boy. Patrick Jean-Luc Ricard. A whole bunch of guys doing nothing, and all the fucking starters are injured. I don't even know how to pick this fucking game. But it's got to be done. All old news. This guy was a rising star, and then he. Another one that was on my fucking best ball teams. Oh, the shocking face of defeat. Jake, I live for the funk. I die for the funk. River Cray Crap, inactive against the Cowboys. It's old news. He's inactive. I don't need to hear from him. Wasn't even mentioned in that receiver fucking list. When I talk about Jalen Waddle missing time. They talked about Claypool. Robbie Chosen, limited participant in Thursday's practice. Chosen is still the NFL's 5-step concussion protocol after hitting his head in Sunday's win over the Cowboys. He appears to be making progress given his ability to practice. The wideout isn't typically a big part of Miami's pass catching core, as he has just 4 catches on 5 targets for 126 yards and a touchdown over 7 games this season. However, Jalen Waddle didn't practice for the second straight day Thursday, and is very iffy to face Baltimore on Sunday. So Chosen should see an increased opportunity in that contest if he's able to suit up. Waddle's not playing, so we don't have to put him in. Oh, I gotta get that up. Oh, god damn. I live in Florida, but it's cold now, and I swim every day. And I swam in the ice cold fucking water today. Because I love swimming in cold fucking water. But now I'm fucking sick. Sick of fucking losing in fantasy goddamn football. MG3. Jeff Wilson Jr. rushed 5 times for 21 yards and secured his only target for 4 yards during Sunday's win over Dallas. Wilson was moderately productive in limited action, as he once again handled a reserve role behind Raheem Mostert and Devin Achane. The versatile veteran doesn't have a path to fantasy relevance or double-digit touches unless Miami depth chart ahead of him changes. He projects for similar usage Week 17 at Baltimore. However, both those running backs are banged up. Mostert on the board. Devin Achane on the board. Something to think about, Mr. Jeff Wilson. Now we get into possible captain territory. Braxton Bear, all fucking news, you cunt. Nelson Aguilar. Held without a cap. Again, all fucking news, but this guy was in the game. They're just not giving us news. Maybe they just haven't given us our news. on the Ravens and Dolphins yet. Durham Smythe secured all 5 of his targets for 56 yards during Sunday's win over the Cowboys. Smythe set new season-high marks in both yardages and targets, while also playing his highest share of offensive snaps since Miami's Week 10 bye. The tight end still hasn't scored a touchdown this season, but Smythe is at least seeing more volume heading into a tough Week 17 matchup against the Ravens. He's drawn 12 targets in his last 3 appearances, posting an 11.1040 line. Hasn't scored a touchdown this season. All the wide receivers are banged up. Both starting running backs are banged up. Guess who's in play? Durham fucking Smythe. Could he be the Tyler Conklin? Which means you'll load him up in every lineup and he won't do shit for you. I guess we'll see. Dolphins D. Cedric Wilson Jr. secured 3 of 5 targets for 42 yards during Sunday's win over Dallas. Wilson tallied his highest yardage total since Week 7, in part due to Jalen Waddle exiting in the third quarter. Should Waddle miss any further time, Wilson would stand to handle a more significant role behind Tyreek Hill, who recently dealt with an ankle injury of his own. Wilson could become an interesting streaming option in Week 17 against Baltimore. It's 2 for Hill. Cedric Wilson Jr. So both Wilsons, I want to mark that down. Both Wilsons are intriguing options because they're healthy. Simply because they're healthy. Justice Hill rushed the ball 10 times for 26 yards in Monday's win over the Niners. He added 3 receptions on 3 targets for 231 yards. Hill led Baltimore's backfield with 13 touches but managed only 57 total yards. He was extremely efficient on the ground, averaging only 2.6 yards per attempt, with his longest rush going for 6 yards. His work as a pass catcher was more noteworthy, as he tallied his highest target total since Week 8. Gus Edwards will almost certainly maintain the goal line role moving forward, meaning Hill will have to rack up yards and receptions to be fantasy relevant for the final 2 weeks of the regular season. Gus the Bus is on the board. Ravens D. Rashad Bateman caught 1 of 4 targets for 14 yards in Monday's win over the Niners. Bateman has now been held under 20 receiving yards 6 times in 14 appearances on the season. He's found the end zone just once and hasn't topped 6 targets on any occasion, making him a low upside weekly fantasy option despite being attached to an MVP candidate and quarterback Lamar Jackson. Even with star tight end Mark Andrews on injured reserve, Bateman still appears to be a secondary option in the passing attack headlined by rookie Zay Flowers, who drew 13 targets in Week 16. Lamar is on the board. Flowers is on the board. Jason Saunders converted all 5 of his field goal attempts and his lone extra point try during Sunday's win over the Cowboys. God damn, 22 fucking points. Sanders' career performance made the difference in Miami, emerging victorious over Dallas, as he converted 3 field goals from 50-plus yards out, plus the game winner from short range as time expired. The kicker's utilization was somewhat unusual, as the Dolphins offense was able to move up and down the field but struggled to finish out drives. Sanders can be busy again in Week 17 with a road matchup against the Ravens looming. God damn, Saunders. Justin Tucker made all 4 of his field goal attempts and all 3 of his extra point tries in Monday night's win over the Niners. Tucker's field goals came from 28, 41, 28, 24. With as many PATs to boot, his 15 total points Sunday marked his second highest tally this season. With streaky 8 games with double-digit points, Tucker ranks among kickers in scoring with 2 weeks remaining. Ranks second among kickers in scoring with 2 weeks remaining. Good for him. Odell Beckham Jr. caught 2 of 3 targets for 13 yards in Monday's win over the Niners. Beckham was targeted 3 times for the second straight week and failed to reach 15 yards in either contest. The veteran wideout played 54% of the Ravens' offensive snaps Monday, continuing a streak of 3 games in which he has played more than half of the team's snaps. Beckham's increased playing time is a promising sign, and he could be asked to be more involved in Week 17, when the Ravens host the Dolphins in what could be a shootout. Ah, fuck you, a shootout. A shootout? Tyler, old news. Josh Johnson, inactive in Monday's contest gets announced. Old news. What we got? Old news. Old news. Arab news. Isaiah Likely recorded 3 receptions on 4 targets for 56 yards in Monday's win over the Niners. Likely finished tied for second on the team in targets and second in yards, but he narrowly missed out on a bigger gain when he's tackled at the 1 yard line early in the second quarter. A drive that was finished on the next play by Gus Edwards. Likely later delivered a 34-yard reception ahead of set up a field goal for account for the majority of his production, and he now has a catch of more than 20 yards in 3 consecutive contests. He's also topped 50 yards in every game in that span. That's 2 for Gus. Speaking of the devil, Edwards rushed the ball 9 times, 31 yards, and a touchdown in Monday's win over the Niners. He also recorded 1 reception on 1 target for 39 yards. Edwards took a back seat to Justice Hill in overall opportunities in the absence of Keaton Mitchell, but he still managed one of his more productive games from a yardage perspective. He delivered in his typical goal line role by plunging into the end zone from 1 yard away early in the second quarter. Uncharacteristically, Edwards also delivered a pass catcher on a 39-yard run in half just at halftime, though he was denied in the end zone from 5 yards away on a play later. It appears Edwards has moved to a timeshare in the backfield with Hill, though he's almost certain to hold on for goal line opportunities, maintaining his fantasy appeal. That's 1 for Hill. And finally, Devin Ashane, limited participant in Thursday's practice. After sitting out the Dolphins' first Week 17 practice session Wednesday, Ashane took a step forward in terms of activity a day later. The Dolphins haven't suggested that Ashane's lingering toe injury is anything that will seriously threaten his availability for Sunday's game against the Ravens. But fellow running back Raheem Mostert's status may be a little more uncertain. Mostert is still expected to play this weekend, but he was a non-participant in practices Wednesday and Thursday and could take an injury designation to Sunday if he doesn't return to the field Friday as a full participant. 2 for Mostert. At the end of the count, we've got 2 for Gus, 1 for Lamar, 1 for Flowers, 1 for Hill. We've got 2 for Hill. Tyreek, that would be. 2 for Mostert. Everybody else is 1. Tua, Cedric, Berrios, Claypool, Chosen, Ashane. So it's looking like Gus, Tyreek, and Raheem Mostert. And I think we're going to throw in Cedric Wilson because Waddle's out. The last time Waddle or Hill were out, Cedric Wilson went the fuck off. That's our 4. Gus the Bus, Tyreek Hill, Raheem Mostert, and Cedric Wilson. We'll fill in the rest. So Hill's up top here. So Mostert, right? Gus. Mostert, Gus, Hill. Oh, he's going like Cedric Wilson. And we'll work with the wrist. Lamar Jackson, of course, keeping his captain status. Mostert, Gus. Where is Cedric hiding? There he is. Waddle is out. So let's move this down over here. Right? And then we got Tua. Hill. Mostert. Gus. Cedric. Flowers along with Hill. Mostert. Gus. Cedric. Now it's very nervous fading somebody like Lamar Jackson, but fuck it. So that's Mostert, Hill, Gus, Cedric, Devin Ashane, along with Hill, Mostert, Edwards, Cedric, Gus the Bus, along with Hill, Mostert, Cedric, Isaiah Likely, Hill, Mostert, Edwards, Cedric, Odell Beckham Jr., Hill, Mostert, Edwards, Cedric, Justin Tucker is a mean motherfucker, Hill, Mostert, Edwards, Cedric. Saunders absolutely gets captain's chair. Hill, Mostert, Edwards, Cedric. Rashad Bateman, yep, because he could pop the fuck off. He could. And nobody will have him, but you'll have him and you'll be great. Until he gets injured, gets you enough points, then he'll get injured, and the guy that comes in and backs him up, everybody will have. And he'll fuck up your goddamn slate. Why? Because that's fucking life. That's what happens. Hill, Mostert, Edwards, or Cedric. Let's see. Might keep it, we might not. Justice Hill, Mostert, Edwards, Cedric, Cedric Wilson Jr., of course, with Hill, Mostert, Edwards. The Dolphins D, of course, you need Saunders in there. Along with Hill, Mostert, Edwards, and Cedric. Durham Smythe, Hill, Mostert, Edwards, Cedric, Braxton Berrios. I just can't see it. Oh, I can't see it, but if I mean, no. The fuck out of here. So we got two blanks, right? Okay, good. So this last one, Jeff Wilson Jr. He could come in for those other two. He's unfortunately he's relevant. He's in there. So Hill, Mostert, Edwards, Cedric. Let's do this. Do this shit. Do this shit right. How much is Lamar? Lamar is 11-8. Let's say we go fucking get him. Lamar is the reigning, is the possible MVP. Alec Ingold. We go Ingold underneath. The fullback, Alec Ingold, damages to the. I mean, look, he got 3.2 points. He's Hunter Lepke. He's the Hunter Lepke of this team. I mean, he hasn't done more than 3 points, right? 4.6. I mean, look, Kenny, your boy, he won motherfuckers money last night with fucking 4.8 points. Is there anybody else down here you'd want to use? Maybe Charlie Kolar? Let's use the better option. Kolar. You got Patrick Jean-Luc Ricard. I mean, Ingold got 3.2 points last week. He's the only $400 guy. He stands out. He's my Zach Pascal. There it is. Now you can run another Hill lineup with Tua instead of Lamar Jackson. Why not? We got the open lineup right here. Tua. This time we'll take his quarterback, along with Mostert, Edwards, Cedric, leaving us with what? Claypool, Chosen. I mean, Chosen. Jalen Waddle is out. Chosen to see increased opportunity in the contest. He's able to suit up. They're throwing him the fucking ball. Get in there. Two Tyreek Hill lineups. All right, so we got two Hills. Now I got Lamar with 500 left. You know what we're doing. We're going for Ingold. Actually, let's go for Kolar here. We don't have Likely in this lineup. And I've seen Charlie Kohler catch passes from Lamar Jackson. Can you be my Kenny, your boy? With our last lineup left here, let's do a Lamar slaughter stack. Of just, let's say the fucking Ravens come in and just obliterate the fucking Dolphins. You got Tucker, Ravens D, Gus the Bus, likely. Who comes in as my lone Dolphin? Cedric. Leave the money on the table. It's a low end Ravens slaughter stack. God damn it, we just lost money. People don't care who you hurt. With 23 left, we'll get Jeff Wilson in as the 6th card. I don't mind that if he has to come in and relieve Shane, or if Shane doesn't play at all. 5 large left here. We're going right for Saunders. Do we even need to look? So now we got a little room here. Let's go get Lamar. Who's left over? I believe Jeff Wilson Jr. 59 left. What do we got? We got Odell. We got Tucker. We got Saunders. This looks like we're going to set up a Miami slaughter stack. Saunders it is. That's if a Shane plays. Not that rapidly becomes a Jeff Wilson Jr. lineup. Gus, give him his quarterback. What do we got left over? We got enough to get Jeff Wilson Jr. Now it just jumps to 86. Wow. You got Devin and Shane sitting right there. If he plays. I say we come in. You can do a 3-3 pair. I mean, Tucker's the second fucking highest rated kicker ever. Leave the 3,200 on the table. Beckham, what do we get up here? Who do we get? What do we got? Zay Flowers? Top of Beckham like that? I don't know. I feel like you want to give him Lamar. We come out of Mostert here. We can stick to our guns. Take Mr. Flowers. Top target. Top target for Mr. Lamar Jackson. Tucker, we got 10 over here. What do we got for 10? Let's go Flowers again. This Lamar fade is dangerous, but it could pay out if the Dolphins defense can keep him a little stymied. 10-7. We're not getting Lamar yet, but we could get Tua. Oh, I believe we just missed Lamar on this one, right? Yes, you fucking cunt. Ugh. Ravens D, this is all set up. Leave the money on the table. Keep it low scoring there. Justice Hill, all we need is Lamar. Bang. Cedric Wilson, Mr. Lamar with the 45 left. Ravens, baby. Ravens D, 3-3 pairs. Leave the money on the table. Fuck it. Fuck it. Durham Smythe, absolutely. Throw Lamar in there. Hopefully Durham has another good game. And Finalmente. Jeff Wilson Jr. Along with Lamar underneath. Leave the money on the table. If Jeff gets in the game and gets wild, that's our money. All right, people. May fate and fate decide your fortune if you should win. Blow your money right here on the new Pharaoh's Lounge Kickstarter. It's a thing. It's happening. Peace, love,